Welcome to the Random Horror Show. I am your horror podcast hostess, Keisha Lacey, coming straight out of the Iron Pine Curtain, better known as East Texas. And thank you so much for joining me. Tonight's podcast, we having the lovely, the amazing, keeping it raw, real, and giving no F's whatsoever in her reviews on Instagram. I'm talking about Beth Kelly with Beth Loves Horror. She is on Instagram. Go and follow her. She gives like straight up honest reviews. She does not sugarcoat. That's the reason why I love her reviews. She's actually one of the ones that friended me, followed me on Instagram, and I followed her back, and we just boom, we just click like that. I love, like, she is very talented, just musically talented, and also she's a voice actress. So y'all want to check her out and everything, and that's Beth Loves Horror, and also Kevin Bacon gave her a shout out. So that is some straight up like love right there from Kevin Bacon. But no further ado, going to hear some good interesting things coming out of my mouth and Beth's mouth with our interview. And once again, this is Beth Kelly, our horror guest. Enjoy.
What's going on in Texas? Is it hot? Is it cold?
Oh my
I
gosh,
doubt
it's
it's
about
cold.
no, it's about to fucking rain, and I'm super happy for that.
Oh gosh, it's 90 here.
Oh, sweet Jesus. It was 100, Then I looked on my phone, it was like a heat advisory warning. I'm like, it's been fucking hot like this since May.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this.
I'm fucking done with summer. I used to be a summer person, but with all this bullshit, I'm like, nope.
I've never
I,
been a summer person.
I like summer because I like to wear bikinis and I don't wear bras and stuff. So
Girl, I
I
don't I don't wear no bikinis.
well,
So
let's
as I
go.
was asking you, are there any nudist colonies in Texas?
You know what? I think there's like a few of them. I can like look them up, but I did read there was like the nudist colonies, but they're like old people there.
Yeah, I know when I lived in Connecticut there were a few, but they were in like secret spots. Like I got lost one time and I ended up at one and it was like all 70-year-old dudes.
That's like what I heard because like people like, oh man, let's go to a nude beach and um, let's do this and everything else. But okay, there I'm looking it up on the computer. There's East Beach, that's in Galveston, that's 4 hours from me.
So
Uh,
what part of Texas are you in?
East Texas, I'm closer to the Shreveport, Louisiana border. I'm closer to Shreveport, and about like
Oh,
two
okay.
and a half hours from Dallas, 3 hours from Houston.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm like, yeah, so I'm like smack in the middle of like all the damn pine trees in East Texas, you know?
Yeah, when I went road tripping by myself a year or two ago, I could tell right when I entered Texas because all of the guys had cowboy hats on, and I was like, fuck yeah.
No, we was talking about the nude beaches and yeah, I like found one. I didn't know we had one here.
So
And
look,
it's
look what I've done for you already.
you sure did. You got my curiosity going. I didn't know like already we already have one here in little old rinky dink ass East Texas. Nothing but fucking pine trees and 10,000 churches all on like one block. It's called the
Sexy men in cowboy hats.
Oh gosh, no. There's some that is real sexy, but most of them be wearing those speed store hats. And there's a company called Red Dirt. It's about like 15 minutes away from me, and it's like very, very popular. So it's like everybody's like, "Red Dirt, got me a red dirt cap.
Oh wow, yeah, and then all the guys there hold the door open for you. I was like, this is nice. This is very nice.
Oh, it is. It's real nice, very polite, gentlemanlike, and everything. I That's what I like about like the guys around here. Open your doors, help you, carry your groceries. I mean, even if you have a flat tire or anything, or you're trying to put, something in your car, like I was putting some, was like brake fluid or something like that, and this guy just came and just like, let me like hold that for you. So he was like holding my hood up because my stick is messed up, and it's like it's crazy. But he was holding my stuff, he was holding my little hood up on my car.
Oh gosh.
And then he like took his phone and he shined a light for me. So it makes it much easier. So I love that. I love that, like in a lot of like Southern gentlemen, like that very polite, mannerable, things like that. I love a man like that for real.
Yeah, that doesn't exist in New England. The guys don't. There's no chivalry. So maybe I have to move to Texas. I don't know. No.
Well, I mean, it's a big.
JK, JK. Too hot down there.
Yeah, it's no, girl. You will burn up to a crisp down here. You're not used to this heat. Um, no,
No, I faint at the drop of a hat. So
you ain't built. You ain't built for it. You're not really built for the South.
because I'm definitely more New England where everything's like rush, 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 rush. Like in public, I get very irritated with people that move slowly. Like, move. Let's go.
I'm like more of like an in between because I'm used to how slow it is down here. But sometimes,
I drive very slow. I would fit in driving because I drive very slow.
oh yeah, you fit in with that right there because there's a lot of people who drive slow, but there's a lot of people that drive really fast too, especially the guys with the big trucks with the redneck tires.
Of course.
Yeah, they have to, have to put all their fucking diesel smoke all in your face and everything. It's like, bro, we're in a 40-mile lane. What is
No.
you
Yeah.
doing?
Take your diesel and go somewhere else.
But yeah, like it's very, I mean, it's very slow and people are patient. They take their time, but like I'm just in between because sometimes some of them be bullshitting. And, I'm like, can y'all wrap this shit up?
Oh yeah, I'm not one to like stand around and talk for hours. I'm like, okay, bye.
That's pretty much how it is. You talk, you can't even go to Walmart and you're like, all right, let me get this one item. Then somebody sees you, hey, how your mama, your grandma, your grandpa, doing? Yeah, they doing all right. Such and such such. Then you're going like 2, 3 hours over. Hey, how you? It's like that. You can't even get out of the store. You can't go in and out. I mean, you literally have to ignore people or just throw your hand up and just say, "What's up?" like that and get out of the store because people will chat you to death down here.
Oh god, I would hate that. You're right. You're right. At first, I was like, why wouldn't I be built for the South? No, but oh god, the thought of that, yeah, makes me squirm in a bad way.
Well, we do have like those down here that, people don't bother because they made their point long time ago that like, yo, you know, don't do no small chat, no do no tick, all of that shit. And they kind of like put themselves like kind of like an outsider, so people won't bother them. So, but
Yeah,
they live in peace though. But when you get to know them, I mean, there's some cool people, but on the same wavelength, I don't blame them.
yeah, that would be me.
I think I think you will like it because of the hospitality and people like very nice and very friendly and helpful and stuff, but it's a big culture shock, especially for somebody that's born and raised in New England.
Yeah,
You're like,
where
whoa.
everything is like fuck you, like it's very aggressive. We're very aggressive up here. Like it's just how it
See,
is.
that wouldn't even bother me right there because I'd be like, fuck you too, bitch.
Yeah, it's very real. Like there's no I can say that there aren't many phony people in New England because everyone just gets out their aggression like on the road and stuff. Like people will just tell you to fuck off to your face, and that's how it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I mean, you know, down here, I mean, we have like very nice people, but there's a lot of people that like fake shit too. They like skin and grin in your face, and then they turn around and like talk behind your back.
Yeah, that two faced
And
shit. Oh
yeah,
god.
I can't stand that right there because I'm kind and I'm nice and I'm real. And I like honesty. Just be honest with me. You don't like me, motherfucker. Just let me know and everything. And we don't have to see eye to eye, but I fucking respect you for being honest with me. But
Yeah.
now, they like to play that nice game role. I guess they doing that so they can make it to heaven or something. But I was like, you a fucking I was like, like, oh, well, you're wrong right there. Just be yourself. Just be you. You don't like a person, you don't like a person, but you don't have to fake it just because what you've been taught. You got to be kind and nice in Jesus' eyes and shit like that. And because I'm in a Bible Belt, so there's a lot of fakery like that.
Oh yeah. And I have an education business, so when I would go to conferences,
Hmm.
all the people from the South, like the women, were the worst. Like they're the type that give you a cherry pie to your face and then they're just talking shit immediately when they turn around. I'm like, I can't take these southern women anymore. I need to
I
stay up here because what that's just it. I don't like it. I don't like two faced people.
No, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, you being real and shit and everything, girl. We in rare form because I don't like that crap myself because I've seen it all my life, and that's
Yeah.
the reason why I barely get along. I am tolerated because of the way how I am because I'm pretty nonconformist, and when I like see them, they smile hi and they will always, oh god, they have the shittiest, fringiest, gaudiest ass fashion, and I was like, that shit is tacky as hell.
Yeah.
But
And
they
I
do
don't want to
that.
say like the South is all bad, but it's just I've met a lot of women who they're just two faced, and now I feel bad that I'm talking about putting everyone in the South in a category. I mean,
No, you're really not. You're really out. You're really not in everything because um it's just the pros and cons about it and everything. I mean, I've been saying that shit myself. I mean, I live here. I grew up here and everything else. But just seeing it from like from your eyes of what you see, like it's the same thing that I see too, but you're not putting everybody like in a general category, so don't even like apologize for that. And sometimes we all have like that really awful experience like too many times, but we're just not putting everybody in categories, so don't even apologize for that. And girl, a lot of southern women don't even listen to my podcast as is anyways. They probably think my ass is the devil.
right. I don't know. It's like, believe me, I don't need your cherry pie or your friendship. Go away.
So, anyways, go ahead and introduce yourself because we just chilling right here, and I'm already done with my coffee now. I'm drinking with my tea. So
Oh
tell the audience
shit.
who you, girl, you all right? Sure, we all right. That's
All
what's up.
right.
Like
Just shitting on the South for the first 10 minutes. Um.
they're like, damn, she real like that. Hey, ain't nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with you,
it's
bitch. real.
Just my experience. Just my experience. So I'm Beth, and I'm from Massachusetts. Beth Loves Horror. That's my Instagram handle. I started this account February 9th is when I started it. And I started it because the guy I was seeing at the time did a full ghost on me. And you know when you're like hanging out with a person all the time, you're talking to them all the time, and then they just decide to ghost you because like he's still in love with his ex, whatever. I'm over that guy,
That's
but he full on ghosted me, and I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with myself? So I'm like, well, I guess I'll make a horror account and see, maybe try to make some friends, review some movies, just to like keep my mind off of how harshly I got ghosted. So that's like what happened. And it's been what, 6 months?
yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I've been doing.
And you've been doing a damn good job of it too and everything because you
Because
have
Kevin Bacon addressed me yesterday, so
fucking Kevin Bacon though. What's up? What's up, Kevin Bacon? We seen him. Well, it was like his movie that Friday the 13th. It was like either the first one or the second Friday the 13th movie that he did.
I think the first one where he's in the Speedo.
Yeah, he's in that speedo, and then it wasn't Jason, but it was Jason's mom, and he got his ass cut up with a machete
Oh
going up.
yeah.
Yeah, was it an arrow or a machete that went through his neck? It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
I think it's more than
I think
I think
yeah,
it's a machete or something. In the bed?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the machete in the bed. He was laying in the bed, and then the machete goes through his neck. That was a pretty fucking sweet practical effect for them just to have the amount of money that they had. I mean, it wasn't a bad special effect and special prop. I mean, it looks pretty fucking realistic how they did it.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, and that's when I first seen Kevin Bacon. But I always liked him in a lot of horror movies or like supernatural movies like Hollow Man. Man, I like that Hollow Man. That Hollow Man
Yeah,
was
I
on.
have not seen Hollow Man, and now I need to add that to my watch list.
Girl, you need to watch Hollow Man.
I will.
He's pretty dope in that shit too, though. He becomes like a fucking villain.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like a thriller, right?
yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's a thriller. It really is. I
Shit,
like
I'll
it.
watch it. And I
Yeah.
also need to watch the We Should Have Left. Have you seen that one? That came out a couple of years ago.
No, I haven't.
Me either. It's also on my list.
I have not seen that one. I need to check that one out too and everything.
Yeah.
But like, also, girl, I was gonna touch up on this. Um, you also play the drum and the
Yeah.
piano. You are
Yeah.
so talented. I love that.
Why, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, you was beating on them drums and you was on beat, and I was like, you know what? I tried to like I tried drum sets. I can't do it, but guitar, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can I can play a guitar and stuff. But like when you posted that, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're on beat. I loved it. I was just like, and when you started posting some of your you on a piano and you're
Yeah.
singing, I like your voice because it's not that typical. It's your own.
Yeah.
You have like a real rawness with it. You have a lot of passion behind it. And you're not trying to sound like some fucking auto-tune or some other, pop star artist. It is your shit. And I grew up with music. My mom played the piano. My mom, she was like, I don't want you to play the piano. I was like, why? And she's like, oh, well, I was forced to play the piano when I was 9. And I was like, but you see me banging on this fucking piano like at 8 years old. Can you teach me and stuff? I mean, she played the piano beautifully. And she
My
also,
mother did too. My mom did too. Way better than I can.
oh, my mom was like, oh my gosh, she sounded just like an angel whenever she played the piano and singing. But
Yep.
but she took that, um, for her, like she thought about like, oh, I was traumatized for, learning how to play the piano, and then she just like put that on me, like, you don't need to learn the piano because I have to. I'm like, I don't care about like what happened to you. Like you sound fucking awesome, and I don't know why you're complaining. But I had to like sit there and kind of self talk teach myself, like even like reading the music. So when
Mm-hmm.
I got a band and everything, I already knew how to read music. It's just like it was just the structure part with it, and then, they taught me that. But I've always been very musical, because my mom, and
Yeah.
of course, that got me into DJing. But like when I heard the way how you was playing and just the way how you was singing, I was like, damn, I really like that right there. You really do have like a lot of raw emotions, with your singing. And
Thanks. Thanks
I
so
thought that was
much.
no problem, and I like that. I really do.
And I
And
piano's great. Like I've always said, when it comes to horror movies, the instrument I think is the creepiest, spookiest, like gives you the most like feeling is the piano. Whenever you hear a piano score, like I don't know, the other instruments just don't do it for me when it comes to like horror movies. There's something about piano.
yep, you're right about that because it is. It's like the basis. It's like the basic like foundation for any horror movie, like that's being composed is the piano, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when you hear a lot of it, you know, just from about everything. Yes, there's been some great pieces where you have like a symphony band or something like that, but a lot of times, like you said, it's by the piano. I mean, even on Halloween, that's all
Mm-hmm.
piano right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually I actually heard somebody long time ago got on a xylophone and did the Halloween thing,
Oh hell yeah.
and that was freaking neat right there. He's actually a singer. He has a band in Durango, Colorado, and he's like that thrash, like heavy metal and stuff. And I thought that was like pretty cool. Which I'm kind of like a little bit ashy because we don't hear like a lot of heavy metal and rock a lot. We just hear
Oh, I
like
love
pop.
metal. I love metal. I love rock.
It needs to come back with in full force.
Yeah, it does. Because like
There's,
what do we, there's not much metal. Well, I hate saying that because there are metal bands out there. Like there's a lot of horror fans that love Ghost, the band Ghost.
yeah, Ellis from a Swedish Nerd, he sent me a link to YouTube to listen to Ghost, and I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, I had when I was in a band, one of the guitarists got me into that band, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, they're good."
Yeah, for real, I like some Ghost. I told him, I was like, thanks. I was like, oh shit, like pump that blood in me, pump that blood in me right there.
Yeah, and I like like the devilly theme of their music.
I do
Like,
too.
yeah, it's neat.
And you also do like horror short voiceovers. How's like I you know what I did what's your friend's name? Before I fuck up his name, I called him Magnum. I was thinking
Chris,
about something then.
Chris Magnum. That yeah, well, yeah. I've been calling him Magnus because that's what you said. No, it's McGinnis, but it's not like
McGinnis.
spelt the traditional McGinnis way. It's and he has a horror short coming out tomorrow, and he's really excited, and he's been working really hard on it. And you've seen his other ones, or at least one of them, and he's ridiculous, disturbing. Like this one's going to be very vulgar. I have a few voiceovers in it, like I got a 911 call because a clown broke into the house.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I'll have a link on my page, Beth Loves Horror, or his page, CMAGENNIS. And yeah, so that's coming out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. He actually, you know, friended me and stuff on I could say Facebook. Oh Lord, that's what old ass people are. I'm on that bitch myself, but on Instagram, and I wrote to him. I was like, "Yo, like that one that the first one that he did was like Willow. Girl, I be forgetting. I got
Have
selecting
you
them
seen the
like
one?
old.
You've Willow Grove was the last one he did. Have you
Yeah,
seen
Willow
the?
Grove.
You would love the first one, Etarsac. It's called. That's on his channel too. You should really check that one out because if anyone's gonna love that one, you will love that one because of the shocker ending. So you should watch that today. And
Yeah.
he's like, how
Hmm.
come you get all these people asking you to do podcasts? He's like, nobody's ever asked me to do any podcasts. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, they will, Chris.
Well, shit. I'll ask him to be on my podcast and stuff.
See,
I
there
bet
you
he.
go. Good. See,
No, he'll
so
like. He'll like. Yes, I will jump.
he's
He will be
very
like, yes.
good. He's very good at talking. Like it'll be interesting. Like he's a good talker, so you definitely should.
But the second one that he did, and I seen you like linked it. I watched it and I heard your voiceover in it, and I was like, oh, it's this. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Yay. But
Yay.
like it's like that one was really disturbing. I told him, I was like, your shit is disturbing, bro. He's like the second he's like this one is coming out Friday.
Jessica Kills. Is
Jessica
what's
Kills. He's like, check it out. I was like, I'm damn sure is.
I'll have
But
to send you the link to the first one though because you're gonna love that one.
okay, cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, this shit is disturbing. Um I had to like just pause it for a moment, and I was like, what the fuck am I watching? This is really good. It's fucking disturbing. And I just had this whole like Pikachu face when I was watching it, and I like that because I don't do fucking safe horror. And plus for him to be very creative in what how he likes his horror and things like that. I mean, he's very creative shit.
Oh, he's so talented. And like you
Very
said, like
talented.
there's way too much safe horror out there and I'm just so bored with it. I'm bored. Like do something different. I don't care what it is, just spice it up because there's enough boring shit out there and please, please
I
push
think
some
the word
boundaries.
exactly, and that's like the thing that people are scared of is like pushing boundaries because they want to put fucking horror in a box. And so
Right.
guess what? When people get fed up with like this fucking safe horror, they're gonna be coming to like content creators, very talented content creators like Chris and I know there's a whole bunch of others, and they want to be shocked. They want to be disturbed. They want to be, like shit, this shit right here that I watched. Oh my gosh. They want to tell their friends, like, this is like the most disturbing ass shit ever. And they're going to come to them because they're not doing the safe fucking horror. They're doing,
Oh, there's too much of it. I don't
they pushing limits and stuff. They're being limitless with it. And,
yeah. I don't know. I don't know why we got away from doing stuff that like shocks people, but it needs to come back. And I was talking about this yesterday with Chris. Like, same with the horror reviews. Like, everyone, there's so, I don't want to say everyone, but a majority of the reviews you read are like sugar coated. Nobody wants to tell the truth. They're tame, too nice. Like, just say what you felt. Like, what did you really feel when you watched it? Like, give me the truth. And Like the Saw 2 write up I wrote yesterday, I was
Hmm.
like, should I really shit on Beverly Mitchell from Seventh Heaven? And I'm like, yes, because that's all I was thinking about the entire time I was watching it. Like, she's not a good actress. Like, how did she get there with the rest of them? I don't know. I don't know. But I just wish people were more honest on
I do
their reviews.
too. But that's the reason why, like, a lot of people like your reviews, because you're honest with it. And with me, um, I don't sugarcoat my shit either. And
Yeah.
you have read my stuff. I mean, if it's something that I really like, I'm gonna like say yeah, 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 or I throw a little comedy in it. But my last one that I was talked about was Blackenstein, and I was like, I fell asleep through the whole thing. Like, I was watching it and I just fell asleep through it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the only thing that was pretty redeemable was this joke that this guy made in a nightclub. I said, but the whole point of, like, the whole movie, it was like fucking lost. Cause it was like a Frank, the guy was a Vietnam vet. He lost all his limbs, and they got it into like this experimental, amputee type thing, like Frankenstein, of course, Mary Shelley.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just going around just killing motherfuckers. Just no, just out of the blue. I mean, you could just say hi, he just kills you. You're trying to fart or something. He breaks in your house, he like kills you and shit. And I mean, I was like, what's the whole point of this? Him killing and shit. I mean, I kind of want like that, more of that Frankenstein feel with it, but it was just a sloppy ass made movie. And I mean, I'm being honest with it. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit there and like say, yes, it's like a great movie. It's like blah blah blah. No, I'm like, this shit is boring. I fell asleep through it.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, just because you say that too doesn't mean that Joe Schmo's gonna fall asleep too. Like, it's people get so angry like at your opinion, and it's just like you might like it. A Cabin in the Woods. Everyone was flipping out. I got so much hate mail in my inbox, like of
What?
people. Yeah, because they're like, I can't. Like, I got some nasty, nasty messages. Like, how? And I'm just like, it sucked. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was horrible.
Wow.
Like, yeah, those movies that have like cult followings. Like, if one person says it's terrible, I was like, I, all day, like I was getting a stream of hate. But I loved it. I loved it. I needed it.
That's good. That's good. But I haven't got nothing yet. I mean, maybe like only inbox shit that I get is motherfuckers on there talking about, hey beautiful. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up,
Oh,
bro. I'm like,
the sugar baby requests. Those
yeah,
are
the
like
sugar
those
baby request, the feet request, all that shit.
the
I'm just
feet
like,
requests. I haven't gotten that. The sugar babies, I think, are bots, right? Because it's like the same shit. Wait,
yeah,
you've gotten stuff about your feet? What, like people that have a foot fetish?
yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh girl,
Have you
that's like,
posted your feet? Is that why?
oh no, I have not posted my feet. Ain't nobody seen my feet on no damn Instagram and shit. But
Guys are weird about feet. That's like one of those weird, creepy fetishes. Like,
it's like an in thing now. It's an in thing.
I
But
gotta say, I have cute feet, but I don't need people like sucking my feet and shit. No.
I hate to admit it, but my ex husband and my ex boyfriend used to suck my toes.
You like that? See, I don't think anyone sucked my toes. I don't know if I would enjoy that. I don't know. I'll be like, Chris, suck my toes, see if I like it.
Different strokes for different folks, but no, I was in Los Angeles, like what was, like, back in 2006, and I've never like came across nobody, you know, like had foot fetish. So I was like there getting trained for like makeup. Like went to this chick and there, Julie Schiffer, she does like, she's well known in, Los Angeles, bullshit like that. But no, I was like chopping up with this guy, and it was my first time in Los Angeles. And the dude just looked at my feet, and the whole conversation just did like this 180. It's like, oh wow, you have such beautiful feet. And I was like, well, thank you. I was like, that's a little weird. And I
Yeah,
just
there are
kept on.
weird kinks, and that one's definitely. I don't know why that one weirds me out because it's like I've gotten one pedicure in my life, and it was so ticklish that I was like, nobody touch my feet. It's too ticklish.
I love, I haven't got a pedicure like in months and months, but I love pedicures because I stay on my feet and also have like I have like flat feet. But it was
Yeah.
like one day I had like this bad ass like bomb ass pedicure. And the guy, I could tell he was like fresh off the boat, like he came from Cambodia or something. And he was like working on my feet, like massaging it. And I'm not ticklish, but he was massaging it very well. And I just like looked at him and I was like, I want to marry this motherfucker for his green card because I want him to massage my feet.
Oh my gosh, you should find them. Shit.
I should have like, hey, you want to get married? I get your green card. Like, all you got to do is like massage my feet and you cook for me. Like, it's a done deal.
Yeah. We'll have to start a search for the Cambodian guy that massaged Keisha's feet.
The Cambodian, he's probably like Cambodian and Vietnamese, but he's one of the two. But yeah, I'm still looking for him. Like, where is he?
Oh man, you like your toes being licked? That's funny. Everyone has
Oh
their
no,
thing.
no, that shit was crazy though. But like that dude from New York when I was out there in LA, and I thought that was so weird because I'm like, why is he complimenting my feet? Okay, and then he just kept staring at him like they were just like it was filet mignon, like in some flip flops. I was like, oh snap! And then he started to get really, really like deep, like yes, I like toes. These toes are so cute. They're so blah 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 blah. I was like, oh shoot, this dude got a foot fetish, and that was my first time being like, oh wow, somebody has introduced me of this dude. He's a freak. He's in the
Oh my
feet.
god, that's so
And
funny.
I know. And then when I got with my ex husband, at the time we was like dating and stuff, and then we got married and shit like that. And he was like, hey, go get you a pedicure. All right, cool. And all of a sudden, he's like sticking my whole ass foot in his mouth. I was like, what the hell is this shit?
Oh my god. See, I got a fat, wide foot. Like I always need to buy wide, so he probably wouldn't be able to fit my foot in his mouth.
I believe he can. It don't.
They're cute, but they're wide. I got wide feet.
Oh, it don't matter to them. They don't give a shit about it. If it's wide, narrow, you got no arches, some arches, something like that. They don't care.
That is funny.
But yeah, but I thought, when we got divorced, I was like, well, I don't have to stick my toes in anybody's mouth and everything with their foot fetish. And then when I got with the other guy that I was dating and stuff, and then all of a sudden he just throws that toe all up in his mouth. I was like, God dang. I'm like, is this a fucking Libra thing or something? Because both of them are Libras and I'm a Pisces. Like,
You're
is
a
this a Libra thing?
Pisces?
Yeah, I'm a Pisces.
Okay, I've dated Pisces. That
Those are the men.
the two out of like three got. Yeah, I always get stuck with the Pisces, but no, Chris is not a Pisces. Thank God. It's a
What?
Sagittarius.
I dated some Sagittarius too. Dated some Sagittarius guys.
No more Pisces. Even though my dad was a Pisces and he kicked ass, but the guys I dated that were Pisces, hell no.
And you know what? I avoid fucking Pisces men too, my damn self, because I
Nope.
don't. They on some kind of other freaking level.
Yep. Nope. Nope. No. Thank you.
No, no, thank you, right there. Libra men are like crossed out.
What month
Pisces
is Libra?
out. September. like around September 21st or something like that, like after Virgos. And then it carries on into October, let's say like October
Oh,
18th or 19th.
oh, okay.
And
So
then,
my
yeah,
best
it's like,
friend, she's a Libra.
yeah, like Libra women rock, but Libra men, no. They're good at two things: being a good friend and fucking. That's all I gotta say about them.
Well, well, that's important.
But relationship wise, no,
No.
no, that's not the no. I can't mesh with them. They have some weird shit about them that I don't even like. But I did have like a best friend. He was like an awesome ass Libra, but he passed away when he was 18. That was like he was the shit though. But that's the
Wait,
only
what
Libra
did
that
you
I.
say your sign was?
My son, my
Y-
son is 15.
no, no, your sign.
Oh, my son. I'm sorry, girl. I thought you said son. I was like, he 15.
He's 15. He just started high
No,
school.
I'm Pisces. I'm Pisces. I got
Oh,
it like twisted up.
you're a Pisces too?
Yeah, I'm a
When's your
Pisces.
birthday?
March 13th.
March 13th. That's
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah, my daughter's a Pisces too. She's born in February 20th.
Oh, I'm an Aquarius right before you.
Oh snap! Oh snap! I love my Aquarius women. I love I love Aquarius women. They're awesome.
Weird, yeah, we're weird, eccentric. Jennifer Aniston.
And nothing wrong with being eccentric and weird and shit. Cause shit, I'm right in the same boat with you. Weird
Hell
and
yeah.
eccentric. Ain't nothing
Hell,
wrong. I
hell
get that
yeah.
all the time. Oh, you're so weird. I'm like, okay, and what's your point?
I like being weird.
I
But
do
okay.
too. I love being weird. I love being eccentric and stuff because you just don't fit in with the conformity people.
I never have and I never will. I've always marched to the beat of another drum. I always have.
Same here. You're
It,
supposed to.
it
I
used to
feel that.
bother me when I was younger, but now I'm just like, shit, people and me, we don't mesh. It's fine. I can walk alone.
But sometimes that's what you have to do. I do that too. I mean,
Yeah.
'cause I mean, it's like really. I think it's just like when you're eccentric, you're very nonconformist. You march to the own beat of your own drum.
Mm-hmm.
Is that people like look at you and they think like, you know, they're not following the rules, and they get super pissed at you because you're doing your own thing. And a lot of times when they were trying to do their own thing as a child, they got berated about it, they got talked down about, who they are because they can't be who they really are. Because
Mm-hmm.
somebody back then told them, like, hey, yo, you can't be who you are.
Yeah. It's
And that's what happened,
in. No, it's
right?
not better to blend in.
No, it's not.
Boring.
It
Boring.
is really, it really is. And that's like the story of my life right there. And I know a lot of people like can feel this, they really can relate to me and you with that because we don't blend in. We stick out like a sore thumb.
I've never had like a huge like chunk of friends at any given time. Like I need like a couple people and I'm good. Like I just don't I don't really connect with a whole lot of people because I'm different. Like and like you said, I'm a nonconformist, so like I don't relate to a lot of people. Like it's exhausting. Like I've tried being that conforming type like back in the day and not only does it suck and it's not authentic, but like it's exhausting. Like
Mhm.
no, no, I can't. I'd rather be myself. And you don't like it, I don't care.
Right.
I got my cat. I got my mom, my sister. I'm good. Got Chris. Like I don't. That's all. I don't need other people.
Right. That's how I feel too. Now I have I have a few friends And I don't need a whole bunch of people like around me, just to like, oh, like I'm popular, and oh, I'm this, that, and everything. I'm good with a small group of
Oh
friends.
yeah, I was never popular in school. I
Like
had
they
my little 3 people, and that was it.
like they always say, like, was like people like 4 quarters are better than like 100 pennies or something like that.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's like that is like some
Oh,
old,
I
like,
like that. I like
yeah,
that.
4 quarters is better than 100 pennies, and
It's
that's
so
very
true.
true. It
Oh,
is.
I like that. That just gave me chills.
Oh, I I didn't mean to give you chills, boo boo.
That's good. No, chills chills are good. That's such a good saying. Oh my god, I love idioms. I love sayings. Like that's neat.
Double entendres, puns, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I'm always like the guys like with dating and stuff. Oh, bro, I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'm like very like attracted to like men that have like a lot of like emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. I don't get that around here.
Oh no.
I just sit there and just go. Cause the last guy that I dated, swear on crap, I mean, the dude was pretty cool and everything. I mean, he was very intelligent, very handsome and shit.
when you
But he just
say when you say emotional maturity, you mean like they show their emotions, like when they're upset, like they cry or like stuff like that.
um something like that that can handle it, but not like being like a nervous wreck. But emotional maturity is like handling like just being a fucking mature adult about stuff.
Well, yeah, that's a hard find.
It really is. It sucks too. But
Yeah,
I
like
was like, yeah, it really does suck because I'm just like,
yeah.
maybe it's because I'm raised around, because I was like raised around like older people, like like my grandparents, they was around like around civil rights, Jim Crow era, all that, and then my mom's adopted parents, they was like around like World War I.
Oh, gee.
They was born like before it was the 20th century because they were born in the 19th century. I grew up around older people like that, so I seen that from them. So when I like around my other peers or like in school, I fucking hated kids because I was like, these bastards fucking stupid. And that's like how I felt. Because I'm so used to being around like that much older people when I was
Yeah.
growing up. And so I think I have like a mind like a 60-some-year-old woman, but
Nothing
I
wrong
was
with that.
ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just, when it comes down to like dating and things like that, I'm just like, damn, bro, like you're in your 40s, you're in your early 50s. Like, why are you acting like you're in your fucking 20s? There's nothing wrong with having have a young at heart spirit and things like that. But it's just things like I'm like, dude, that shit right there, you should have nixed that shit and let that shit go about 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
It's just a maturity thing, and I was just like running in all uh type of like guys that just act like they're still in high school. I'm like, but you've been divorced for like a few years and you have a child as a young adult. Like, why are you acting like that?
You gotta, where can you find some emotionally mature men? Geez, I don't know. I mean, They're out there, I think.
But yeah, I was just like, I don't get it. I mean, dude can lay down some good ass pipe though, but it was just like, I was like, damn, like you're almost there. You're almost there, bro. I'm not like looking for something perfect, but I'm like, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Uh,
That's funny. Last guy I dated, I had you're talking about emotional maturity, and I'm just laughing because I had to sit and watch him cry about his ex girlfriend, and I'm like, man, am I pathetic right now? I'm like, what am I doing hanging out with this guy? My mother is like so happy. She's like, oh, she's like, that guy was way too hooked up at his ex. So, like, high five, please. She's like, I don't care if this guy's in New Jersey. That's good. It's good that that guy's gone. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
yeah, girl, you didn't need some. He didn't need
Anybody,
no.
anybody, if anyone listens to this, anyone who is still talking to their exes, run. Just run. Don't walk. Run. It's never good.
Run.
It's never good.
No, it isn't never good because
Don't sit around and listen to them try to convince you it's good or it's fine. Don't worry. Run. Just run.
just, just run. Just don't even
As
try to
if
like.
as if Mike Myers was in your room. Just run. Just run.
I mean, don't even like, and yes, don't even like try to sit there and like think like you're gonna change them and shit. If the motherfucker's still talking about his ex, run.
Still
Like
talking
that,
to him. Like just run.
just run. Shit. You
Run.
get really. That's like how I felt with that last guy I dated because he just kept talking about his ex-wife, and I'm just like, I'm like, do you hear me talking about my ex-husband?
Yeah, he would too, and I'm just like, oh, here we go again. I'm like, then move back there. Like, go away.
I know, right? Like, why are you wasting my fucking
Because
time?
I had never like dated a guy that was still like best friends with his ex before. Like, I was with my ex for 10 years, my ex husband. Like, so I
Uh-huh.
haven't dated a lot of people, and I'm like, this is awful. Like, I should have like the first time we hung out, but I was so naive. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know why people were so like, oh, you can't talk to. Make sure they don't talk to their exes. Like, why not? Like, and now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody should have to put up with that. But if they're an ex, you don't talk to them. They're an ex for a reason. They're gone. They should be gone.
Right.
Not hitting you up every second as like for emotional support, and that's what happened. She was just
Yeah.
they sniff out if you're like dating someone new, and they just take advantage of it. And I'm just glad that I'm not talking to him anymore. Like,
That's good.
yeah.
That's like, good because like
And
you
I'm so
really.
glad because Chris, he said he hasn't had a girlfriend since 2012. So I'm like, nothing could be better than that. Like, that's very good.
Right? That is really good.
That's very, very, very good.
Yeah. Only
Yeah.
person that I talk that's an ex is my ex-husband because we share a
Oh,
child and
I
everything.
should say unless you have a kid. I forgot to mention that. Unless you have a child, I realize you got to talk to your ex if you got a kid. But
Yeah.
any other situation, no, totally, you got to talk to them to
Right, right.
arrange stuff and whatnot. But other than
Arrange.
that, other than that, no, there's no need.
Yeah, for real. Because that is a little bit too weird and um
It's just disrespectful and like you're
is.
no part of your relationship is going to grow if there's still I miss you, I love you, people, I love you. Like no, no, it's not good. It's just not good. And I would try to
No,
like rationalize it, and I'm like, no, this is just stupid.
it really is. It really is. 'Cause but yeah, but I don't know. Like that guy just kept talking about his ex-wife, and I'm just like, dude, y'all been divorced for like pretty long time, and I'm like, I've been divorced. I was divorced longer than him, but fuck, and I was just like, just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, how in the world are you gonna have like a really healthy relationship if you just keep bringing your ex into the picture? And she is not even paying attention to. She went on about her life.
I
I
know.
and it's so crazy. And I was like, this dude is still, I don't know, he's still in it. I'm like, he's still in his feelings. He still needs to heal. And I just left him alone. I really did because, I told him I was like, look, I can't deal with you. Like, I want you to heal. I believe he got mad at me because I said that, but it's the fucking truth.
Well, it's hard because I don't think people have like bad intentions, but like
Right.
you need to heal from stuff. Like you shouldn't drag somebody into something if you're still like fixated on your ex. Like it's just heal. You don't need.
I had
It's just
it is it's very disrespectful, and it just makes you feel very small because it's like, what's the whole point of you being interested in me, or trying to pursue a relationship with me, but you still keep bringing them up,
yeah, yeah, and you keep talking to them like
or or like you're, like what you said, like emotional support, because and I fell in that trap too, of being naive myself, also. And I'm thinking like, well, they look at me as a friend, but really they're looking at me as like that emotional wet nurse that, and all that, to like, oh, let me go call her, so I can talk to her and she can make me feel good, and then I just go on about my business, and it really sucks, and it just, you know, and you don't need people like that to do shit like that either,
yeah,
you know. It's crazy right there.
yeah. The dating world's a crazy place,
It,
but
it really is. That's the reason why I control alt delete myself. Cause I did like the online dating. That's just weird. Um, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I really can't. I just can't. I was like, it's just some fucking trash out there. It's like a bunch of garbage, and I'd rather just focus on myself. You know, I have my son and a lot of things going on. I was like, I'd rather focus on that shit. I mean, and I got my passport, and I was like, well, damn, I can now start planning to like travel outside the country too. So
yeah. And then, they say the moment you start looking is when it comes.
right. So,
Yeah.
you never know. Like, it's like looking at going, off to like, to see my brother in Romania, and then to the UK, to London, and all that, and other different places. And I was like, that would be great for me next year, for my birthday, because I'll be 45 next year. I was like, see some places, eat some great food. I said, meet some fine ass European men. Maybe I get bent over, over the balcony or whatever. But, that would be my shit.
You know what? And that's just fine. That's you do
Just
you. You do what you gotta do.
right, right. Just have some good looking European dude, and
You know what
he
you
just
need,
like he
and
clap my cheeks over the balcony and everything, and I
I,
have
I
a
gotta
great
I gotta start using that saying now. Clap my cheeks.
clap my cheeks. So my daughter got me saying that, clap my cheeks.
I,
I was like,
I haven't heard that one before. Clap
oh,
my cheeks.
clap my cheeks. That's pretty. It's pretty popular. Clap them cheeks. There's a lot of slang terms. It's so much. I can't even keep up. I don't even try to keep up. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use regular ass English words.
Yeah, the kids in lit and shit's woke. I still don't know what woke means. I,
Um, I I know what they say like woke man. It's woke with
does
your.
that mean like it's? Is it the same as lit? Like it's cool? Is that what it means?
I believe. Hold on. Let me look. Where I'm gonna go on and look this up. Woke.
This is really fun, by the way. I should have.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me out of your get you out of your shell. Okay,
Yeah.
so woke is I'm looking at woke is a political term. It's the English adjective meaning alert to racial prejudice and discrimination.
Oh.
Woke.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know it was.
that's
I didn't know it was loaded like that. Like
yeah, that's what woke mean. Because when people start using woke, I was like, well, I'm
that's.
already awake. I mean, I hope everybody's awake.
See,
I'm like,
that's
what
why
is
I. That's why I don't use words that I don't know because like I thought it was just like I thought it was like lit. Shit's lit. Shit's woke. Like I had no idea. So I learned something new today. That's cool.
I mean, I heard all about the woke, and I'm just like, I'm just simple and country. I'm like, I'm thinking when you awake from your sleep. When you woke, it's like 20-30 minutes later that, yeah, I just woke up, 20-30 minutes later, past tense. But when because I really didn't understand like the slang term of it myself until I just looked it up. I mean, I see it and then I just like and then I lose interest in it. Like I don't know what that means, the slang shit and everything. I mean, I know what cancel culture is. I'm like, what's this
Mm-hmm.
cancel culture? And I was like, cancel culture online, social media, or in person. I was like, and it's a form of ostracism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I first heard all that, I was like, cancel culture. I was like, you can cancel a Netflix subscription,
I know. I
but
had
what
to
does
look it
that
up
mean?
too. I looked it up a few months ago too, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so like if you like, I'm surprised you didn't get canceled. Whenever you was talking about that actress and that movie that you reviewed. I'm surprised. You got a lot of hate mail with it, but they didn't cancel you.
Oh, what the cabin in the woods or whatever?
It's like, but if somebody did come on your page and say that like they cancel you and stuff, you'd be like, what do you mean? I can see that. Like, what do you mean? I'm already an outsider. I'm already this, that, and everything. You can't cancel me. And I would, if somebody come up to you and did that on your page, I will fall out laughing because I'll be
Oh,
like,
I love it. I love it. Go ahead, cancel me.
I know, right? Because you can't be canceled.
Yeah.
You can't. How can you cancel somebody that?
Is it like kind of like blackballing someone? Is that like what?
Yeah, that's like yeah, it's sort of like blackballing, but
Yeah.
it's the thing of it is that you already created like your own thing, and so I feel that like with cancel culture, it's bizarre to me. It's like it's outrageous,
All of
and
that stuff is fascinating to me. Like my major in college was social inequality and diversity, and like
uh-huh.
every class I took, I was like so interested in all the topics because there's so much. There's just so much material. Like, and there's always like new things coming out, like cancel culture. And now I want to read about cancel culture when I get off with you. Like, it's interesting.
It is. it is interesting, but I mean, I think it's, well, my case, I don't think it like does anything particularly, but I think it's what it is. It's just calling something out that is not the social norm. And
Yeah.
so to me, it's very complex because it's like if somebody doesn't like something, they have to get, the crowd like routed up. Come on now, let's get your like pitchforks and torches and everything because we don't like this, blah 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 blah. But then it's like counteracting a bit with free speech.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you girl, you don't want to graduated from from college. I dropped out in junior year trying to get my bachelor's degree in marketing.
Yeah, but it means nothing because it's a piece of paper. Like,
I know it
so many
really.
people, there are people who drop out of high school and they're super successful. Like, yeah, degrees are great, but it's really what you do with yourself. I don't, I'm, like, I have a master's in education, and I'm probably not going to ever teach again.
Follow into my grandparents' footsteps because they taught school for like 30, 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see how those high school kids are, junior high, middle school children are the worst because they're going through puberty. They're having like all of these new emotions and crap like that. And I like the little elementary kids, but them little suckers can be badass too.
Oh, I
But I
love teaching little kids is the best part, but it's like the administration part and dealing with all that, like the hierarchy of bullshit. Like I know I just can't. I can't deal with that, and the workload is insane.
I
Like
bet.
it, you go cuckoo. Like we, teachers don't get summers off. They don't. They're working all summer to prepare for the next year. They're teaching summer school. Like I could go on and on about this. Like, but I won't.
I
The
mean,
kids are great.
I do. I like the little kids. Some of them are little buttholes, but I like the special education kids. And
Yeah.
I like the little kids and the special education kids. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, okay. And then it's just something that changed my mind because I thought to myself, I was like, I'm built to teach, but I know how I am. I know how my mouth is. And I come from, a little bit OG, strict older, grandparents and stuff. And the way how my mouth is fly, those kids gonna tell their mom and their dad, like, oh, Miss Lacey does sit there and cuss me out. And I'm like, yeah, I cuss your little kid out because his little ass is bad. And I told him about 2 or 3 times to sit his ass down.
Good.
And so, and I did, and then afterwards, I was like, okay, let me go and work for another school district. And so I worked as a janitor. I think I like got on so many kids as their janitor, their dancing janitor, because I see them doing some crazy stuff. And I was like, look, and I talked to them too, but I was like, wow. And
Jan-
the kids love me. The kids really love me
you
because
want
I
to know
got on
why?
their ass.
Because the janitor, I always get along with the janitors in the building. They're usually the realest and chillest people in the building. Like,
Well, Well, I had my headphones on. You would have seen me like when dubstep was all out, like it was very popular. So I had like my mop and shit, and I'm just like sitting there like going over floors, like dubstepping and then vacuuming and things like that with the headphones. But yeah, I mean, you're right. The janitors are like the realest.
yep. I'd much rather hang out with the janitor all day than another middle aged teacher that's just a bitch. So,
Yeah, it was a couple of bitches that I didn't like, as teachers, but there was like a few teachers I was real cool with.
Oh yeah, there's always a couple that are cool, but like I hate to feed the stereotype, but a lot of teachers are very uptight and bitchy. They are. Well, the ones I work with, anyways. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, y'all are bitches.
Yes, yes. I actually got those passive aggressive notes from some of them. Such a you didn't do this and you didn't do that. I'm just kind of looking like, bitch. Like, first of all, you don't write passive aggressive notes towards me, to me, or address me with them. So, I took it to my manager. I was like, "Do you see this? She don't need to write. She don't need to write this.
Yeah,
She could have said something to you, and then you would come to me because you were my superior. You know, you're my supervisor. That's how you do it. Not write a passive aggressive note like that. And
yeah.
and being
I'm
fucking
I'm
nice
na- a
nasty.
nasty gram.
Yeah, like this nice nasty. I don't like nice nasty, but I can be nice nasty back to you.
You know what? I don't mind nasty, nasty. I respect a person who is just nasty to your face, nasty behind your back, nasty dancing around. But it's the ones you were talking about earlier. They're just
Hmm.
nice, nice to your face, and nasty the minute they turn around. Oh, give me the
Hmm.
nasty, nasty all around, all the time, and I have respect for that.
But but I did come around with some nice nasty teachers, just nice nasty, just like I'm nice. I can be nice nasty too, but it takes a little bit more energy to be nice nasty. But I
Absolutely.
noticed but it's like one of my secret weapons.
Yeah.
It's like, shh.
Don't use that nice, nasty shit on me, Keisha.
Sounds like an invite right there.
Or I'll bake you a cherry pie. Oh man.
Oh,
So
shish. So, what's one of your favorite horror movies?
I was just going through like the DVDs that I have. I have
Mm-hmm.
so few right now because I don't have a lot of space. Um, but I was looking at like the Stephen King collection I have,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a little upset because like everybody talks about and posts about it, with some others that Stephen King gets thrown, like Pet Cemetery, you see a lot. But my absolute favorite Stephen King movie is The Langoliers, and I've never once seen anyone post about it on Instagram since I started in February, and that's wrong because that is like one of my favorite movies.
Did you so you watched the whole what was it like was it like 2 day like an ABC, like it was like 2 hours on ABC? I think I have like that Stephen King collection. I actually do have like the Langoliers on DVD
Yeah,
because I bought like a Stephen King collection. It has Silver Bullet, the
yep.
Langoliers,
I
Tommy Knockers. I don't see a lot of people post about Tommy Knockers either.
Nope, never see that. You only see
Sleepwalkers,
it.
they
Nope.
never post about Sleepwalkers either.
It's just funny how like some movies just like it's just endless. Like the it posts. Like it's like there are other Stephen King,
They
you
don't
know,
post about the Dead Zone.
like nothing like he has so many good things and all you see is it in Pet Cemetery occasionally.
They don't even like post about the night shift. And
Yeah.
I don't see. I like that's one of my favorite ones is the night shift with the vampire bat. Them folks in the mill. Like, and Brad Dourif was in it. The dude who does the voice of Chucky. He's in it.
Oh,
And
Chucky.
I
Chucky gets a lot of love too, but he deserves it because Chucky rules.
oh, good guy doll Chucky. Charles Lee Ray. I'm gonna put. You know what I thought about that? I said, it must have been a weird meeting to green like that. Like, hey, like I have this story where you have this doll, it's a good guy doll, and then you have like this psychopathic killer, but he knows like all this like black magic and shit. So he gets caught up, and Chris Sarandon, yeah, we know Chris Sarandon. He like played Dandridge off of Fright Night with his fine, sexy ass. He like old as fuck, but I would still hit that shit though. He's still fine as hell to me.
Yeah,
And
I know.
yeah, yeah, he's like 70 some years old, but
Age is
like
just a number.
yeah, I know, right? But he's still hot as hell though. Like I was like, man, that's that old man, grown ass man love right there. And so, the like he goes in and he goes into a toy factory, and then you can hear it like, yes, yes, and the guy like he's getting killed, but he puts his soul inside of the good guy dolls, and so he's dead, but he's not dead. He possesses, puts his whole like entity soul into this doll, and now he's terrorizing this little kid and blah 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 because he got to put his soul back into like a living, breathing human. So he chooses Andy, but like. I got to thinking about that. I say, man, that must have been a wild ass meeting right there. And they greenlight that shit because it was so different to
Yeah.
like have a you had like Puppy Master. There was like an older movie
Oh
called
man,
Doll.
I love the Puppet Master movies.
Puppet Master movies, no, no cap on that shit right there. Puppet Master movies was
I
like
don't
the
see
shit.
I don't see enough talked about on that, and those are some good. That's some good shit.
That is some good shit. I mean, that the one of my favorite ones is like the lady with the leeches, and she, oh man, she is so creepy.
It's
And of
just
course,
like the ultimate like horror comedy. I think it's hilarious and creepy.
I believe like the first Puppet Master movie, it is, it's like super creepy, very suspenseful.
You don't know
Um,
whether to laugh or to be scared, and I think that's brilliant.
exactly. And you're just like, what? These little ass bitty ass dolls, these little puppets, especially with the knives. I forgot his name. Like he has a name. He comes slicing and dicing like he's like with his Ginsu knives and shit. He's like flipping his shit like damn like Bruce Lee everywhere. I'm just throwing that in. I'm exaggerating, but I like the
I
Puppet
love
Master.
it. I love it. I love them. Now I'm gonna watch Puppet Master this week.
Oh man, those are some good ass movies. I mean, like back then, I mean, because there was an old movie called Dolls. I've never watched that, but like Puppet Master was like my introduction to like, like dolls that are demonic or being possessed or, or whatever like that. And then of course you have Child's Play with Chucky. And
Mm-hmm.
I think this was like pretty cool, because you take something that's an inanimate object that people like, oh my dolls, and then you just make them like really fucked up and scary. I think that's the coolest concept ever. But
Yeah.
yeah, but
Oh shoot, I gotta go in like 2 minutes, but
well,
we
anyway,
totally have to do this again.
we sure do. I know we was like wanted to talk about the other thing that we wanted to.
I know we were gonna talk about eggplants.
We got eggplants, and it can be we can do that another time.
Absolutely.
But thank
You gotta save something for the next time.
Oh yeah,
Keep
we
people
do.
hooked.
Well, all right then, Beth. Thank you so much for joining me with the Random Horror Show. Let everybody know where you at. Of course, I know you said it, but let them shout that shit out to the choir right there. Tell the motherfuckers where to find you at.
You can find me on Instagram under Beth Loves Horror. BethLoveshorror. And I mean, I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter, but that one's Horror Loves Beth. And yeah, so come follow me.
Go follow
And
my girl. Go follow the realest ass chick on Instagram with her horror reviews. Also, check out her friend Chris. He has a YouTube short coming out Friday. And thank you so much, Beth. You have been a real peach, and I'm so blessed and like very honored that you chose me to do your first podcast. And girl, we tight, we tight.
Totally. We got to do this again, definitely.
All right then. Well, thank you so much, and you have a great one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.